up in here, gang. A lot of people have been saying this, right? Whoa, where are we going? A lot of people have been. But wait a minute, 1 second here. Let's go.
I do want to switch gears and talk about this breaking news just happening tonight.
Yo, I gotta take that back even more.
I do want to switch gears and talk about this breaking news.
I do want to switch gears and talk about this breaking news. Seemed like they was talking about the CEO killer right there. But when you switching gears from the CEO killer to get to some real breaking news, it better be breaking of the breakingness. And Jay-Z? On that same what's that? What was the name of Puff album? Last trip to Paris, last train ride to Monaco? I don't know. But you don't want to be on that train ride with Puff right now. I'm not saying Puff is guilty. What I'm saying is that to a lot of people in the public eye, the public perception right now is Puff is guilty. Yo, I watch mad different podcasts, sports shows. Every one of them, no matter the ethnicity, race, or however you want to know, they all be saying no Diddy. It's wild.
Just happening tonight that involves both Jay-Z and Diddy. Now, this is an amended complaint accusing Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. This is a new civil filing, and we see the anonymous accuser here alleging the assault occurred after she...
All right, they saying Jay-Z and Puffy took advantage of a girl. Tanisha, was good. They saying Jay-Z and Puffy together? Like, tag me in? And where did this information come from? If you're watching on Instagram, Twitch, somebody give me a Google on what amended what? They said it was?
And we see the anonymous accuser here alleging the assault...
Hold on.
...civil filing. And we see the anonymous... The assault occurred girl in 2000 along with Sean Diddy Combs. This is a new civil filing, and we see the anonymous accuser here alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an MTV Music Video Awards.
I don't know what an amended lawsuit is. So
that means she's trying to add someone, like take it back.
Oh, she's taking it back and adding stuff on. Okay, so she's. Oh, I mean, you know, a lot of women out there be like, oh, yo, because that's the thing out there. Believe women. Make it say, hey, Tanisha. And people out here seem to believe everything.
After party. This lawsuit was originally filed in October, just today refiled to include Jay-Z. I mean, let's start with the basics here. What are you learning about this? What is standing out to you?
Whoa.
Well, what is standing out to me is she was very specific about several things. She describes the house, she describes the driveway, she describes the exact assault, what happened. She talks about various stages of things that occurred. And I think that this is good because this way it can either be corroborated or not corroborated. So she's painted her.
All right. Savasor says something that I kind of think myself a little bit with all of it. The timing seems suspicious, like people jumping on a bandwagon to get a paycheck. We've been saying that, Savage Sauce. But, yo, that's the thing, bro. Like, yo, especially people that begin successful younger, man, sometimes you got to go a little bit in your life. You got to, like, have a little bit more life behind you to just be aware, like, oh, I'm in a position where I can't even have certain people in my circumference. Like I be saying, I don't think everybody need access to me. While I'm poor, the way I think, the way I maneuver, everybody don't need access to me. So I get successful, everybody don't need access to me. I know what type of time people could be on. Sometimes you can't give people a chance of opportunity. And yo, in 2000 when they was lit, yo, bro, I like to go through the mind. I mean, what would they desire with a 13-year-old girl? I don't think that neither one of them is like pedos. I don't think that, bro. Like, what would they desire with that? Like, man, this all might be about a bag. I hate to say that. Of course, we gotta let the courts handle it. But with social media and everything going on right now, everything is jaded. What jury you gonna find for anything to do with Jay-Z or Puff Daddy that's gonna not be biased right now with the whole world saying no Diddy? You said Rock Nation got a new crime series on the police department. What, make it? I mean, listen, it's a lot of reasons to go full conspiracy angle right now. But y'all see what Make It put in the chat? They trying to line Jay up. Rock Nation out with a new crime series about the corruption of the Kansas City Police Department. I don't know. It's been a lot of joints. Yo, Kansas City, St. Louis, them police departments, they done been under scrutiny. A lot of police departments. But a lot of people been saying that this type of energy was going to be coming for Jay. Remember, they was talking about the Foxy Brown joint. People was even saying, hey, you know, he got Beyonce by a lot of years as well. But is this going to be the first in a whole slew of accusations or lawsuits of people coming out against Jay-Z? Oh, buddy.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
And like, yo, the one thing I've learned over time is like, yo, bro. Yeah, not everybody is lying, but some people have taken themselves so far outside of the runnings to being human that they running on like, because I think humans are connected. We need each other. Like, no human wants to be lonely. Like you a maniac. If you a regular person, you got kids, you live to a certain age, you ain't a serial killer, then you are a human and you desire all the things that humans desire. But sometimes a motherfucker be so out of pocket, they done took themselves out the runnings to be even able to operate like a human. So you won't even look at all of the ramifications of the things that you did type shit. You see what I'm saying? You won't even look at all of the ramifications of like, because say for instance that the person didn't do it, but you just want to say they did it. You want to just accuse them of it. You trying to get some money. Shit could fuck up his relationships with his family. Have people who otherwise trusted him questioning him. Somebody like Jay-Z, maybe he loses his little situation with the NFL. Like Puff had Revolt, where they say he sold Revolt and got to do all this, right? Now, for people that's lying, just trying to get something out of somebody. See, I don't look at the serial killer documentaries and the shows about Jeffrey Dahmer and them and being like, yo, they ain't human. Don't humanize them. Nah, we fully aware what's going on with their situation. Listen closely enough, they will tell you why the serial killer is the serial killer. But the other person who's not that, You standing on righteousness. You allegedly standing on the truth. How you could do stuff like that and then walk off into your life and pretend you ain't do it, I may never know. I couldn't do that. I don't want to destroy a person's life for no reason other than it giving me some money. Maybe that make me stupid. Oh, that's why you put... No, I don't think that's why I'm poor. There's plenty of people out here that's rich, and that's not what the fuck they did. They might have destroyed some lives, but those people might have deserved it. So I don't know who telling the truth, who not telling the truth. Take it back a little bit, but it seems to me it's getting ugly. Let me hear exactly what she said.
2000, along with Sean Diddy Combs.
2000.
This is a new civil filing, and we see the anonymous accuser here alleging the assault occurred after she was driven to an MTV Music Video Awards after party. This lawsuit was originally filed in October. Just today, refiled to include Jay-Z. I mean, let's start with.
Hey, yo, we never act like, yo. Where is your 13-year-old? Where is your 13-year-old daughter located at this point? Why is your 13-year-old daughter at an MTV after party? Whenever I hear the words after party, I think that's after the party that was a party that might have been a party before an actual party, and then now you got the after party. That's for the grown and sexy. How many times I ever heard about the after party and it wasn't for the grown and sexy? Now, if you ended up at that after party, know it's a lot of women out there who was like, oh, when I was 14 or 15, I was built like a grown woman. I was doing this, I was doing that, especially females from the hood that never accomplished nothing because they always go back to their youth. So they only got stories about their youth. Because that's the time when they felt like they was popping. They don't see no popping in the future. They washed up now. That's how they feel. I don't think like that, but I'll be like, hey, like, if you lit and you always been you, was it the place you came from that had you lit? Was it the situation that had you lit? Was it the environment? What, like, if you lit, you lit. So, but you will hear female talk about how, like, yo, when I was young, I would go in the club at this age, Now, if they at a mature level where they grew and they thinking different and they mature, they'll be like, oh, that's wild. In there tell you real stories about their life. Like, yo, my peoples was on it like this, So when I be thinking about who people should be dehumanizing, if we gonna dehumanize somebody, why not let it be the parents that don't know their parents? Parents that can't figure out how to operate as parents. Ain't no other creatures. The creatures in the wild, less intelligent than us, they don't do that. They parent the way they supposed to be parenting, the natural way. Some of this shit is going against nature. And the shit that it don't make no sense. But sometimes we don't be wanting to step up and say shit don't make no sense. We want to run with a crowd. Do I think it's probably young girl activity going on in some of these places? Yeah. Do I think it'd be like 12, 13? Nah. Could I see a 16, 17-year-old, 18-year-old maybe looking on the adult side, sneaking in? Fake ID. But if that happens, the correlation I had in my mind to that is crazy. Like imagine if we switching everything up. Look, say you get scammed. Even if we find out who the scammer is, that's your fault. Like, even if it was a good scam, that's your fault. Even if she looked at adult age, had an adult ID to get in the spot. Hey, man, you had sex with her. Hey, man, you know, hey, she tricked you, got you. Hey, you still gonna, like, let the scammers have the money.
basics here. What are you learning about this? What is standing out to you?
Well, what is standing out to me is she was very specific about several things. She describes the house, she describes the driveway, she describes the exact assault, what happened. She talks about various stages of things that occurred. And I think that this is
In
good
2000,
because
that's
this
24
way
years
it can
ago?
either be corroborated
Almost
or
25?
not corroborated. So she's painted herself in a corner.
Why add Jay-Z now if this originally was filed back in October? Why not do it then?
Very interesting question. I think, we're seeing the same attorney for
good question.
many of these complainants. And I think we're going
Hey,
to...
yo, the same attorney for many of these people complaining. Y'all think it ever be a time when we stop that? Because there's some attorneys, some of them lawyers out there got reputations for like being ambulance chasers and having a hard on for some of these celebrities and wanting to sue people. Man, I feel like sometimes we be fully aware when some of these attorneys and people was lying, and we just be letting it, like, it's to be like, oh, it depends on if we like the person or we dislike the person who they lying on.
See more and more people added. I think there's a lot that they were looking to prove, and maybe they didn't quite have what they thought they needed to file against Jay-Z initially.
We always appreciate the insight and time. Jennifer Coffendorfer, thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to join.
Hey, y'all. We think this true or false. I'm not talking about whether or not Puff is guilty of whatever you feel like you seen him doing to Cassie on camera. Or whatever. What I'm saying is this incident here. Jay-Z and Puff Daddy together. MTV after party. Bringing a 13-year-old girl there to take advantage of her. All I'm asking is, you are human. So you have the ability to be different. Man, in some ways I'm on the cusp of crying. Because, like, I always say, like, yo, the way a person act in an insignificant situation is the way they gonna act in a significant situation. And I've learned that shit firsthand a lot of times, right? But it's like, yo, just stop. Just chill, right? Call a spade a spade. Keep it real like everybody say. Do the right, like, please. Put yourself in a human space. I'm not sure about whether or not Jamie Foxx told on Diddy. I remember them saying something about that, like some crazy conspiracy. But, like, in this new media space, like, even what I'm doing now, right? Like, it's so much of it. So, a lot of times when you hear stuff, it could just be a narrative or somebody is putting out there or creating, trying to go viral type shit sometimes. But do I think it's possible that if weird things were happening and you get the federal authorities running up on people and threatening people, do I think even a celebrity or somebody of a whistle-caller status, somebody like Jamie Foxx status, would be like, hey man, look, I did see this, yeah. When shit get real, that's why I'm saying, like, it shouldn't take for other humans to pull up on you and start threatening you for you to do the right thing. It shouldn't take for you to be about to lose something that's near and dear to you. Whether that's your life, your freedom, whatever, for you to do the right thing. You should just be able to be a human and just do that, because we not some simple wild animals out there. We not lions and tigers and bears and wolves. We human. We the greatest. We conquered all that. Like, we got the ability to be different. We got the ability to be fair. We not lions. We don't come and just, oh, this my girl now, kill up all the kids. It's not what we do. We can be different. So when you see people not being different, I be like, yo, bro, what's going on here? We can be greater. Be your top self. Yeah, that's what they were saying. The thing with that Jamie Foxx when he was sick or whatever. But I never heard Jamie Foxx confirm that. And then you gotta think, yo, bro, we live in an era, yo, bro. They were saying that, yo, I'm from the hood, so I never got on that wave. But you know how they be like, oh, the rappers is sacrificing each other. Lil Durk sacrificed this dude. Bro, I'm from the hood. I know how dudes get killed over. It might not, to some people who don't maybe live in the midst of it, you don't really see it. But let you live in an impoverished area where some of these entertainers or rappers might come from. You could go outside and see somebody throw their life away every day.